What is up, guys? I'm back for another video, and it's 2021, so happy new year to you guys. And what a better way to start the year than doing a home studio tour, just because I kind of want to keep track of the gear that I sell and the gear that I keep and the gear that I buy, and just have kind of a log where I can look back 2 years later, just because last year everything changed so much, and I kind of like to reminisce on that sort of thing. And also this can maybe help some of you guys that are looking into building your own home studio. Of course, I'm going to be talking about my guitars. These are my personal preference. So let's start with the camera. I'm recording on a Canon RP, which is a camera that I got late last year. It has a 24-105 RF lens, and it's a great lens, a great kit lens at that. I'm using a video micro. I have the little furry thing. And then I also have the Canon M50, which is what I'm using for teaching. So if you're wondering what type of lenses I'm using on my videos and I've used on my other videos, I use a 50mm, the one that's like $125. It's a super cheap lens, and it's probably the best lens that you can get. And I use it on both cameras. I also have a Sigma 16mm for the EFM, so that's for the M50, which is just a beautiful lens all around. It's pretty wide. And then I also have a 24-105 EF f4 lens, which is pretty awesome. It's an f4L, I'm sorry, and it's just really good as well. And then moving on to what I'm using guitar-wise, I'm using, of course, my Strandberg, which is a T-style that I got last year. It's a pretty exciting guitar for me. I had always wanted a headless guitar, and last year the opportunity came, and I snapped one up. I also have this, which I'm using a lot lately for the recording and for the writing process of my new band, which is quite great. I'm gonna link the social media to them on the description down below. We have a new song that's coming up pretty soon, and this is what I used for recording that song, my Tom Anderson Hollow Classic T. I don't remember the pickups that it has, but it's basically just humbuckers with a single coil type of voice. So they are kind of similar to, I would say, a P90, but they actually have that, you would say, clearness of a humbucker, and they don't have the hum that a single coil would. But they kind of have that chime that a single coil has. It's just amazing. It handles distortion really good. It's tuned down to drop C sharp. Then I also have this Strat over here, which is basically a parts caster. It started its life as a American Special Strat, surf green, of course. It had a maple neck, but now it has a roasted maple neck with a rosewood fretboard and Andy Timmons set on the pickups, so DiMarzio. And then I have this Wilkinson bridge over here. It's pretty good Strat. I love it. Love the color in it. Let me just drop this guitar so I can show you guys the other one. I have this little thing over here. This is a pretty cheap guitar. It's a ESP LTD Viper 10, but actually we painted it with my dad last year in this blue sparkle color. And it has racing stripes, which I think are pretty dope. Pretty cool guitar, actually. It's a pretty cool project to have, and it just has that sort of sentimental value. This was my first guitar, my first electric guitar, actually, and yeah, it's pretty cool guitar. Then I also have this Epiphone Dot, which you guys don't get to see much often on this channel, but I'm planning to change that. I'm planning to use it more because it's pretty cool guitar. I took the pickguard off because I like how it looks like this, and yeah, an Epiphone Dot. I also have this 7 stringer, which a friend of mine gave me. It has the Punisher thing there. I actually put the locking tuners on late October, early November, and yeah, it's a pretty solid 7 string. And then of course my latest guitar, which is actually one that I put together with different parts that I've had and that I have. And it came out pretty awesome. I actually painted it myself. This is sort of a lemon tint, whatever you want to call it. It's a pretty cool color. And then the pickups that it has, it's a Texas special set, but this one's actually busted, so I'm gonna swap that out for a bare knuckles this week. So yeah, it's gonna have a bare knuckle, I'm not sure what it is, but it's a bare knuckle middle pickup for a strap, so that's kind of what it is. And then the neck is bird's eye maple with a quarter sawn rosewood fretboard. It's a really comfortable guitar. It's a soft V sort of shape. It's really cool. And yeah, has that sentimental value. I put it up together with my dad, and came out pretty awesome. I'm liking it a lot. It's really comfortable. And then moving to some more technical. And then moving to more technical stuff, I have my pedal board right here, which I'm going to show you guys, but I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on. I have a Keeley area going in, so it's a compressor and drive. I also have an Exotic BB preamp, which is one of my favorite drives. After that, I have my JHS Muffletto, which is a fuzz. I've been getting into fuzz lately, and I like it a lot. I also have a few other pedals that I put depending on what I'm needing at that moment. But lately I'm using fuzz because I kind of want to see what I can get out of it. Then I have my Crybaby wah, the mini version, so I can fit on my board. The board is a Pedal Train Junior. And then after the wah, I'm going into the front of the HX Stomp. Then I have all sorts of things in there. And then I'm using the FX loop to go to my Dynamite Roto, which is a chorus by Keeley. Then I'm going into the Mako D1 by Walrus, which is an awesome delay. It has a lot of presets and it's really versatile delay. And then after that, I'm going to the Fathom Reverb by Walrus as well, and then I go back to the HX Stomp, and then after the HX Stomp, I go into the Super Sweet by Exotic Effects. So when you need a volume boost on, on performances live, I love that a lot. And then I'm going into my Focusrite 2i2, which I'm actually planning to change because I've been getting a few jobs recording remotely, and I kind of want to better a little bit of my audio, so I'm probably going to be changing that for a Universal Audio Apollo Twin. I'm looking into it for the next few months, so let's see what happens. But that's what I'm using for now. It's trust the interface. It's a great interface to start, and it really does a good job. Also, I forgot to mention this, which is my bass, which is a Yamaha. I don't know what model this is. It's a 5-stringer. It's black and it gets the job done. It's really cool. It's, let me see, it's a TRBX 305. So that's the model of the bass, and then cap straps over here. And yeah, this is my bass. And then I forgot to mention on my HX Stomp that I actually have a Dunlop Mini for an expression, and I also have a Boss FS5U. So I use that to kind of scroll through the menu so I can change the presets, and it's kind of easier for me. Then I have a custom built PC that I built last year. It basically has a 2070 RTX Super video card. I'm sorry if I'm bad with specs. I'm just trying to remember them as I go. And then it has 32 gigs of RAM. I don't know what else it has. I just know it's 32 gigs of RAM, 2070 RTX Super for the video work, and yeah, what I'm using in the computer is DaVinci Resolve, the free version for my video editing. I'm also using Pro Tools, and then I have a bunch of plugins in Pro Tools. I have the Archetype Plany, I have the Modern Massive by Get Good Drums, which I use quite a lot on this channel. I'm using the Artist by Native Instruments. It's just an amazing cine tool. It just gives me a lot of different soundscapes, and I love it a lot. I'm going to be doing a video on that later on. And I have a few other plugins that I can't remember right now, but that's basically what I'm running there. And as I mentioned, I'm using Pro Tools for recording, DaVinci Resolve for video, and then of course, before I forget, I'm running a KRK powered speaker set. These are the G4 Rocket 5-inch set. So yeah, that's what I'm using for my monitoring. And then I also have these Audio-Technica MTH50X, which are just my trusty pair of headphones. For teaching, my setup is quite simple. I run my Guitarist into the HX Stomp, or my pedal board I might say. Then I go into this mixer that's right here, which is a Behringer Onyx. I don't know what I'm gonna show you guys the model. so that I can get 2 wins into the interface, because most programs, if you don't know, like Skype or Zoom, they just kind of read the first input on the interface. They don't read the 2 of them. So I need to get everything into one entrance. So this is how I do it. I have 2 TRS cables here that I get into a Y cable. Then that Y cable gets an XLR out to the first in of the Focusrite. So I get my voice and my guitar processed at the same time, so that it's easier for me to teach via Skype or Zoom. I'm usually more inclined to Skype because Zoom just kind of craps out all the time. Then for my voice, I'm using a SM50, which is right here, and this is pretty much my home studio rundown. I hope you guys found it helpful or at least entertaining. I'm looking forward to building this channel more this year and to seeing you guys here on the comment section and just being here. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.